According to the State Department of Labor, 3.3% of Alabamians are unemployed as of March of this year. Greene County has the highest unemployment rate at 7.7%. Shelby County has the lowest at 2.7%. We wondered how the current job market is looking for graduating college seniors. CBS 42's Maddie McQueen went to find out.
College graduation is usually a very happy time, celebrating a great milestone and accomplishment. But as many students told me today, the job market is tough right now, bringing with it some stress about what happens after they turn the tassel.
We are going to Alabama. Said no one ever in their right mind. But for this clip, we're going to go to Alabama, sweet home Alabama, as an example to see how hard and how terrible the job market is right now in the U.S. Now, before we begin, please consider liking and subscribing so we can grow this channel. And let's look at this clip from very sweet home Alabama. And they're going to be interviewing some graduates and see what their plan is, because the job market is worse. And we're going to see what. Let's see just what they can do to remedy their situation. Sweet home Alabama, we're coming.
It gets annoying, but I need to make money. I need a job.
Jamison Marshall began applying to jobs in the fall. He sent out at least 60 applications to only hear back from a handful. He started a new tactic on his job hunt.
They're not going to see just a resume online. Call them. Let them remember some sort of something.
Okay, sorry I paused already, but he sent out 60 applications. Those are rookie numbers, because I sent out close to 1,500 applications and then I got nothing. Yeah, so it's quite something, but I don't live in Alabama. I'm not that crazy enough, you know. I thought that, sorry, I was about to say I thought slavery was still legal in Alabama. Yeah, I'm going too far. That was uncalled for. Alabama is a great state, according to some people. So let me not be clowning them too much. But what he said, the reason why I paused is he said that you should call the job, you know, after you apply so that they remember you exist. I did the same thing one time. I did not call them. I sent them a message because I did the interview, the first round, and then I was waiting for a decision. And then I sent them a message, like, you know, to thank them, you know, acting all professional like they normally say, like, you know, you should thank them for the opportunity for the interview. And I think the moment they saw my email, they were like, oh, yeah, send that rejection letter immediately. So I sent them a message, and it was like I reminded them, oh, by the way, we wanted to reject you. And that's what they did. I got the rejection letter immediately after contacting them again. So it can work for you. I guess it has worked for some people, calling the job after you've applied or even done the interview. But for most people, like me included, when I did that, I got the rejection letter immediately. But let's see what the guy says.
Once you start doing it, you call somewhere, they're not going to be mean to you.
And the job hunt is still on for Gianna Ronaldo too. She's only heard back from 3 jobs out of the more than 70 applications.
Sorry, I keep pausing, but these numbers are very low. Like 60 applications for the guy. He says that if you call them, they won't be mean. That's a lie. They'll be mean by sending you a rejection letter. but for her, she's 70 applications in, so those are still very new numbers. As we know, the job market right now is extremely bad, and it's about to be worse because of the tariffs. Once the tariffs start hitting, and then the companies start laying off people, because, you know, with tariffs, especially if you work in logistics, many companies bringing products to America from China, they're now just canceling. They're waiting to see what's going to happen. So many people are going to start being laid off. So if the job market, people are getting fired, people are graduating, it's gonna be worse than it is right now. So, but let's see what the lady has to say.
She sent in.
I took some steps and I paid someone to go over my resume and redo it. I'm hoping that helped. It's definitely just I don't have the experience needed, even with all the internships.
Some graduating University of Alabama students say the lack of experience is a problem for many trying to enter the workforce.
I think a lot of companies also are going through things like hiring freezes, so it's just hard to even find a job to apply for. And then if you're competing with people within the company.
Both Haley Killian and Chloe Rickley get to skip the job hunt this year as they head into grad school.
Yeah, like the issue of experience, it's always been an issue. It will always continue being an issue. You graduate college, they ask you for 3 years experience. And then they don't give you a job. So how in the hell are you supposed to get the job if they're not going to give you a chance to get the experience? They're asking you should have 3 years experience minimum before you even start the job. Like these people, sometimes I think they're just sadists, like the people in HR or whatever. They're just sadists. They want you to beg for a job. They want to see you humiliate yourself. And then after you humiliate yourself and everything, they reject you. And then they go to the next person. Same thing, rejection, another thing. Because most of the times these jobs are already filled internally. Like right now, the company I work for, they already asked us to bring our own people. They want to fill it internally, but they're still gonna put it on, on the site as a formality, so that everybody else can see, like, hey, at least they posted it. But the job is basically, you have to know someone to get a job. So for these people in Alabama, the first thing I would tell them is leave Alabama. Yeah, first advice I would tell them is, if you can, pack your bags, leave sweet home Alabama, get out of there. Like Dave Chappelle said, slavery is already over. You're free. I know some black people. I've seen some black people in the clip there. They might not know, but slavery is already over. So you're free to leave Alabama. So when you get a chance, leave Alabama. You can move to the Northeast. I know those people in the South are very, Republican leaning, so they don't want to live in the liberal cities. But surprisingly, those liberal cities like, New York, those areas, New Jersey, the Northeast, those liberal cities that you hate, they do tend to have lots of more jobs compared to the conservative red states. So the best thing you can do for yourself is try to move to a place where there are jobs, because if you keep staying in Alabama, it's not going to end well. But let's finish the clip.
The second everyone was applying for jobs, I literally said, I'm so relieved that I'm going back to school and I don't have to be doing this right now.
Some graduating students like Travonda Ward believe it now takes more and more schooling to land a job.
And this is actually my second master's degree. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can to make myself more marketable to employers.
I'm sorry, but that is, if you have the money, do it. If you have the money to do not 1 but 2 master's degrees, well, good for you, go for it. But American education system, masters, I don't know how much masters cost in Alabama, but in the Northeast, the average master's degree is from $30,000 and above. So 2 masters is gonna be $60,000. Add on to the student loan debt for your undergrad, you're looking at $100,000 plus in debt before you even start. Let's just hope you did something, either in tech or medical field, because medical field like nursing or whatever, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be getting a job. But if you did something else, it's gonna be quite difficult still to pay off those debts. 100K straight out of college. Wow, it's gonna be something. So education in America, that was my mistake number one. When I did my undergrad, I did it in America. I should have done it somewhere else. I should have considered any other place, and then maybe masters, I do it in America. But I did it in reverse. Now I did my bachelor's in America, looking to do my master's in another country, because there is no way I'm getting Sally Mae debt. F that. I'm not going into student loan debt in America again. Fool me once. I'm not going to be fooled again by the student loan system in America, going into debt again. Hell to the no. But let's finish.
Given the current job market, students like Ross Bozeman feel grateful to have a job lined up after graduation.
I was one of the lucky ones, so I feel for them. I know one of my friends is moving to Nashville, and she's moving without a job, without a paycheck, and I just feel for her.
According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers are planning to hire less than 1% of new college graduates from the class of 2025.
Yeah, can you believe that 1% of the graduates are gonna get a job? The rest, what happens to the rest? And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, you should have gone to trade school, you're an idiot, you did this, you went to college. Not everybody is gonna be crawling under the building, fixing whatever. Not everybody is gonna be up in the rooftops or whatever, fixing the AC. Not everybody is going to be doing manual work. There has to be a balance. Some will be working in the office, some will be working in the trades. This thing is like a pendulum. So it's going to swing. Right now, it's all the craze is, do the trades. It's going to be swinging to the trades. And then there's going to reach a point where it has to swing back to colleges, because this is a pendulum. Why were people going to college? To get a better opportunity. And at the end of the day, you're going to be working in the AC or whatever. But the big issue that I saw so far is I went to college without knowing anything, because when I arrived in America, my first thought was just go to college, you're going to be fine. I drank the Kool-Aid. So I should have either gone to college outside of America and then come and do my master's here in America. But enough about me. If you like this video, I would suggest, if you like this video, first of all, whoever you are, don't go to Alabama. don't live in Alabama. Also, like and subscribe and share this on all the networks. I'll see you. Let me know in the comments how the job market is wherever you're living. But I'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh my goodness, all the networks. Wow. All the networks.